What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe here, and here with Darkscream. There, out of the little trio from Transformers: Robots in Disguise, aired in either 2000, 2001, 2002. But I saw it in 2002. So you know the transforming robots in disguise. So yeah. Anyway, that cartoon. So. Yeah, it's Darkscream here, and I know last time we was talking about a Slapper and Gas Skunk, and yeah, Megatron was a little upset that he didn't show up there, and was blaming Brownie for it, and got himself knocked out for it. So, yeah, here he is now. As you probably seen him in the little short that was released long before this video, be it if you're seeing this on Patreon or on YouTube. There, the short was came out pretty good time ago with where he arrived, and they did the little minute Predacons from PBS. That actually, you might hear me say this on another video, but that was actually a joke from that I kind of came up with. Now, other people may have possibly made this joke too. You never know. There's all kind of stuff out there. But in one of the episodes of Beast Wars Season 2, I think it's the Coming of the Fusars, the second episode, Season 2, Silverbolt and Quickstrike had arrived in prehistoric Earth. Megatron sort of tampered with their programming because their identity circuits were damaged and everything. They didn't really know who they were. Supposed to be maximal protoforms, but Megatron sort of messed with the programming. Some people say that if Quickstrike did become a maximal, he probably would have betrayed them at some point. But anyway, Megatron welcomed them. They welcome my new Predacons. And then, I kid you not, before the camera went to black, and I guess probably a commercial break, they literally looked right at the camera, pretty much, almost like a fourth wall break, and Megatron had like a slight grin and everything, probably at his success, but it almost came off like they were ending a PBS show. Because he even had this little music. So that's what the joke was there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely go check that out there. So anyway, this is Darkscream here. Got a good little design on him. And there's not a whole lot to his transformation. I actually had a figure just like this I wouldn't say a long time ago. I would say probably, let's see, probably I would say probably anywhere between 2012 to 2015. Probably like maybe 10 or a little over 10 years ago from now. Kind of when I first got married and everything, and I had some other Transformers too from the Transformer movies. But there was one I picked up that was just like this one, but he was a different color scheme, and he was called Night Glider, and he was a Maximal. Now, of course, this one is a Predacons. So it's basically a repaint. So I guess when he has a different color scheme, he's Maximal. They've done that with quite a few Transformers, to be honest. Megatron actually has a Maximal counterpart called T-Rex. Yeah. Yeah, and somebody in the comment section was talking about how Gas Skunk was the bottom of the barrel with names and stuff. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You got some names in Transformer lore history. Not saying it's not trying to discourage anybody from watching Transformer, but there are some names that are pretty out there. So yeah, and they say just to comply with the person who commented that you got some names there. So matter of fact, you have Optimus Minor, and also what else they got? Skybite. Skybite actually was a repaint of a Transmetal of a Shark Transformer that was supposed to be a Transmetal 2 for Beast Wars called Cyber Shark and was a Maximal. But I guess they redid him to make him a Predacon called Skybite, who actually kind of defected over to the good guys somewhat there at the end of the series. So, yeah, funny how that worked out. So, yeah, like I say, you see a little bit of kibble. Basically the robot mohair, but that's the back of it. A little gap in there, and sort of got little openings in the wings. I don't know why they didn't cover this up here. That's just how the figure is. No, they didn't. Nobody, the person who I bought it from, no, they didn't punch any holes in it or anything. That's just the way this is. I guess that's supposed to how. I guess he's supposed to have this kind of look on the show. Been a while since I've seen it. Also, I stated before, I did not get this one from the Macari app. This was from a company, I think a company, or, well, the owner, they call themselves Wheeljack. So I'm assuming they're you know, another thing that sell, another person that sell toys or something like that. But he is a pre-owned figure. Some of his joints, when I get ready to transform them, some of the joints on this one, I don't think it's on any of the other figures like this, but like if you get a brand new one, you probably won't have this problem. But since this one was a pre-owned, there are some joint issues there. It's not a major thing because they're on ball joints, but it can be a little irritating there. Other than that, you know, everything else seems okay there. And like I say, it was pretty hard to find this figure, so yeah. as they say in Stuart Little. Oh, hey, what's in the dish today, Snowbell? I hope it ain't, as long as it ain't meatloaf, that stuff gives me chaos. Sorry, it's meatloaf. Oh well, beggars can't be choosers. Load me up and light a match. So, let's get to transforming him, shall we? Okay, so you just, there is a certain way that you put his little, oh, he is a flying squirrel, by the way. Looks kind of like a bat, but I looked it up, they said flying squirrel. So there's a way that you, supposed to do his, front little, squirrel hands. I think you're supposed to arrange it like that, I think, or you can, you know, with the ball joint, do like that. I think this technically would look better with the wing proportion, but we're just gonna keep them like this because I think you gotta flip this over there. So let's do that first, and then we'll get these little doohickeys arranged there. All right, so basically all you do, kind of have to be careful with mine because, like I say, these ball joints can be a little tricky since it's pre-owned, I'm sorry. Just straighten out the legs for now. And also in his tail here, he has a weapon for his robot mode. And also, don't know if it's going to be like that on any other figures, but be real careful putting this in his hand. Robot mode hand, do not put it in all the way because I did that. And it got stuck in there, and it took me a while to get this out. So, just a bit of warning. Any of y'all that's, you know, any of y'all want to get this for your collection, everything, just be careful with this sword there. Yep. Alright, so basically it's just, and there's the robot mode hands. So basically it's a matter of flipping him over. Don't get his robot mode head out. So, got a little, not too bad of a face sculpt there. Kind of flip them there. Oh yeah, and I also forgot, you're supposed to, yeah, since you are flipping them over, you kind of be working, yeah, kind of raise these wings up, you kind of be working everything kind of at the same time a little bit there. Say, put the arms out of the way, spread them out. Darkscream Terrorize! And yeah, he's pretty much complete here. Turn the head around there. arms adjusted there. Make sure. Trying to adjust them without them popping off. I guess that's probably, yeah, because they can turn out, yeah, some of the, like I say, yeah, that's the annoying thing, because sometimes the joints are a little, some of the joints are a little stiff, like at the elbow. Yeah. Of course, yeah, just wanted to show you that it does move there. Okay, so we're just going to leave it like that because of the sword. Okay, so now that the wings are in place, you just pretty much just the hands like so. You can have it, you can have the little squirrel hands like this, or like that, or like this. It's a certain way that the instructions show it to be made, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, there's, like I say, I looked up, yeah, a toy reviewer I looked at said that there is a way to put these specifically that the manufacturers want you to do, but yeah, it honestly doesn't matter. His beast mode parts are gonna hang off of them anyway. And only thing left, just kind of turn the feet around. Again, being real careful. There we go. And like I said, I know I say I'm trying to be careful, but it's not, like I say, the figure is not gonna, it's not gonna like all of a sudden fall apart like glass or something like that. Like if I, you know, like you throw a glass vase against the door and it breaks into pieces. Not that, it's not that fragile. Yeah, he's holding together good. It's just where the ball joints are, and if they come off, they, you know, just because the ball joint, you can put it right back on. Pretty much like a lot of toys like this that have the ball joints, especially, you know, toys I grew up with, like Rat Trap them back in the 90s. It was a whole lot of ball joints, because I remember, you know, you could purposely just take them off and then pop them back on, kind of mix match them and everything. It was a lot of fun with them. Sometimes I would change out parts from one transformer and pop them onto another with the ball joints there. Just sort of mix things up a little bit, like I was, you know, combining them together or something there. With the tail, you can, with him in his robot mode, because he's kind of top heavy, he's kind of a little heavy with the wings. Wing kind of make him a little heavy, so if you want, you put the tail to kind of hold him up there. So when you're displaying him, he can stand up really well, like you see. Easy peasy there. Yep, and now you can also do that, but again, he is gonna be top heavy and hard to stand up, especially the way the legs are. There's so much weight up there. So yeah, it's best just to keep that down. I mean, that's no big deal there. And as you can see, let's get a close look at that head. Clear up here. Head sculpt's not too bad. I see his eyes. You can make out a little bit of the face there. Partly he's kind of small on the small side. Maybe, I guess if they made him a little bigger, we might could get some more detail on the face there. You have his Predacon crystal right here in the center. He would shoot a laser from it. Anybody who's watched the series would know this actually was a thing. They him, Slapper, and Gascon, they literally would do right laser, center laser, left laser. Yeah, they literally did that, which that actually, to me, that kind of sounds like something that me or some other kid would have come up with playing with these toys. Like, you know, a lot of time we'll make up other attacks for our toys and stuff like that. And one of the things that, if you're like me, you'll come up with is just a random laser from somewhere that, you know, probably wouldn't even be in the show. Like, I might make up some type of generator laser from his wing or something, you know. As SpongeBob say, out of my imagination. But yeah, they literally did this from the Spark Crystal, which, you know, it's not bad. Like I say, it's kind of random, but it's not a bad idea, because I mean, it does it is practical to have a laser come out of there. It's also said in the show that he's supposed to have like a freeze beam too. There, he may have used it in the show. Maybe I missed that episode, but I think in the episode where the Decepticons first debuted in that series, he's like, "Let's destroy them. My freeze beam can turn them into ice crystals." Yep. So arm has decent movement, just as long as you don't go crazy with it there. And elbow joint here. Look like he's holding it together pretty good for the video. There we go. That's pretty impressive there. And head turns all the way around. Yep. And of course, good good leg movement. A little stiff in the knee joints there. Somewhat in a little bit of the arms there, but like I say, you gotta work with it. Yeah, work with it there. He'll be fine. Not very much with the torso, to be honest, but see, that's what I was talking about. See, if you're not careful, yeah, it will come off. But yeah, just there you go, pop right back on. But it will. But like I say, it can be a little annoying there if, like I say, if it happens frequently. But again, the ball joints, they'll come back on there. And got it sorted. So all you gotta do, what I'm gonna do, because of what happened last time with mine when I was testing them out, I'm gonna put it just right there. That way it's easy for me to take it out. Because last time I had it, I put it down further, all the way to as far as it would go, and it got stuck. So we're just gonna put it like that. That's what I would advise all of you to do if you get this figure. Do not stick that sword in all the way. That way it won't get stuck. Especially you're getting this for your kids or something like that. And yeah, I know us adults, we get them too, because we grew up with these. But yeah, either one, adults or kids, yeah, especially if it's a small kid, you grew up with Transformers, and you giving your kids some of these to introduce them to them there. Yeah, make sure you let them know not to put that sword all the way in if they get this figure. So it won't be, "Mom, Dad, I can't get the sword out of there. Mom, Dad." That way won't have that happening. And yeah, definitely let them know about the ball joint so they don't freak out there. Yeah, they may not. They'll probably know to pop it back on, but in some cases they may, some kids may think that they've actually broken it, and when it's not there. Yeah, I don't want to be like when I had this talking computer and the batteries first time my little computer back when I was like 3 or 4 years old got weak on battery power, and it was like, "Please choose an active, please, 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 please." And I ran screaming to my mom. Was in her classroom and everything. She was getting some stuff together. Like, "Mom!" He's like, "Gabe, it's just a battery. We gotta get some new ones when we leave." There. Yeah. Oh boy. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's not much to him there. A little simple. Probably, I would say he's the most simplistic of the trio. Him, Slapper, and Gas Skunk. And of course, there's Skybite, which I did that review like a long time ago. Well, not that long, but compared to them, yeah. He was done pretty early on in the toy reviews, but because I didn't even think I was gonna get the trio at back then there, but here they are now. So yeah, so yeah, like what you saw and everything, and definitely go pick you up a figure, and also definitely like, share, and subscribe. Also get our available books. As a certain little nursery student friend of mine would say, books. Get our books. And also definitely support us on that Patreon. Patreon. Okay, I'll stop. Patreon. That become a pledger, support us, even if it's a dollar a month. But if you're able to, you definitely might want to put a little bit more to get some benefits under the tighter list. Be sure to check it out. That way you know what kind of benefits you'll get for your donation, for your monthly donation. Just like Iceman Universe, our Patreon pledger, and be sure to definitely check out his channel as well as also show him some love and support on his Patreon. Be able to get full length reactions to shows like him reacting to Naruto, One Piece, Ed, Edd n Eddy, and of course Hey Arnold, which I've currently been watching there. I've also watched his Ed, Edd n Eddy reactions, real good. But that was the first one I started off with. Pretty hope. It's a yeah, he is a real, and I gotta say, real wholesome reactor too. From what I've seen there, him and another one, Principal Reacts. Also, definitely support our Miracle crew. Say Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, and of course, EJ the Supreme of the one EJS channel. Not the two, not the three, but the one EJS channel. And also, just like you hang out with us in the live streams, Discord, Facebook, and silly other stuff on the Macari app there, like the other previous Transformers I've gotten there. And yep, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, everybody. Peace out.